Hi, everybody. I'm Mr. McCardle, or a reasonable facsimile of what Mr. McCardle might look like if I was a little toy. I'm here to tell you all about safe ways that we can greet friends at school. Now, usually when you go to school, sometimes you might want to, when you see a friend, you might want to give them a big hug. Observe. Ah! Oh my gosh, it's my friend! Oh my gosh, it's my friend! I want to give you a big hug. Oh my gosh, that's great. Oh my, a big hug. Great. Oh, hug. Okay. Where'd Mr. McCardle go? We can't do that right now. Hugs are not necessarily safe in the time of COVID. It's why we're wearing all these masks right now, and we don't want to be that close to our friends. We want everybody to stay safe. So I'm going to teach you some new ways to greet your friends that don't involve hugging, where we can maintain our social distance from each other. And to help me do that is going to be my friend, Optimus Prime. Hi, Optimus Prime.
Hello, Mr. McCardle.
Optimus Prime, what are some ways that you know that you might be able to greet your new friends?
Well, Mr. McCardle, I like to give high fives.
You can't give a high five right now. You have an axe for a hand. How would I high five you?
Oh, that's right. We can't do that either during times of COVID. We have got to wait until it's safe to do the high fives. So we need to come up with some new ways to greet each other.
All right. What are some ways that you can think of that we might be able to greet each other?
Well, it's really important that we maintain 6 feet of distance between each other. 6 feet of distance is like a whole human man away from each other. So if Mr. McCardle laid down on the ground like this, that would be about as far as we had to be away from each other. You can't high five from that far away. You can't hug from that far away. But you can do some other things instead, okay?
All right, tell us some of those things that we can do.
When you're that far away from each other, you could do an air high five.
An air high five? What's that? Yeah, what's that?
An air high five is just like a regular high five, except for you do it in the air. Let's try it. Pretend that this is my hand going up for a high five. I'll use my axe. Now you put your hand up.
Okay, I'll do something kind of like a air high five.
And then you just pretend to do a high five from there. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Air high five. You were all the way over there, 6 feet away, or one whole Mr. McCardle away when we did it. Just like a regular high five, except for you don't touch hands. That way you can maintain social distance. All right, I'm going to put my axe back down here. Another thing that you could do is to greet each other, bow to each other. So here we'll practice our bowing. All right, I see my new friend. Hey, friend.
Hi.
All right, we've met. Now, we look at each other and we bow to each other. That means we show respect to each other by maintaining that social distance and still get to greet each other by doing the bow. That's another acceptable way to greet friends. What do you think, Mr. McCardle?
I don't know. I can't do a bow while I'm laying on the ground.
That's right. You can't bow while laying on the ground. Something else you learned from this video. Another way that you can greet each other is by just simply waving. I'm 6 feet away from him. I can wave to my new friend. Watch me do it.
I can do that too. Watch.
We didn't have to get close to each other to do that. And we didn't hug, so we're maintaining our social distance. A very simple way to do it is the easiest and the oldest way to say hi to each other that has been around forever, since the dawn of Cybertron, my planet. You can simply say, hello. That's it. It's just say, hello. Try it.
Hello. I can even do this one from my desk while I'm laying down. Hello.
Hello. Try all these different ways of greeting the next time you're sitting around random people. Make sure you don't touch them and you stay 6 feet away when you're saying hello. Try it at your house and get ready to know all of these new things if you ever get the chance to try them here. All right, Optimus Prime has got to go save Cybertron, so I'm going to transform and roll out.
Gee, thanks, Optimus Prime. Remember, kids, those are the 3 different ways that we know to greet each other. We got to make sure we're 6 feet apart. That's one whole Mr. McCardle away from each other. It's pretty much 2 arms separated like that. We can do an air high five. We could bow. We could wave at each other. Or we could even just turn and say, hello. There are probably some other ways. We'll figure those out as we go. But that's it for today. We'll see you soon.